It's day one of the Craven Meeting at Newmarket. Fantastic to have Newmarket back and the flat. Absolutely love it. We'll be having lots and lots of betting opportunities. Okay, so it's Tuesday, the 18th of April, and here we are. The first race on the card is the Wood Ditton, and there's all kinds of nice horses in here making their racecourse debuts. All 3-year-olds, none of them seen the track before. Anybody's guess, really. I might be interested in Michael Stout's one here, 18 to 1. He's got a very good record. Might be a nice horse. Then you've got this other one here of Haggis. Haggis has been carrying all before him, but 13 to 8, not for me. So we'll leave that. Then there's this Novice Stakes. Only a couple have had a run, I think. Oh, Lethal Lunch was one of them. It's now a non-runner. So there's the Love Doctor here from David Evans. I'll be surprised if that's good enough up against the likes of Godolphin and so forth. But it's another race to take notes from and see if anything stands out. Then there's this conditions race, and the market has decided that this Gosden horse with Titori, I have backed it at 7 to 4. I put it up last night to my followers. He got the blinkers, the hood on first time. Titori, I expect it to win. But this is interesting. This Ryan Moore horse with David Ellsworth with Ryan Moore. Very interesting. Ran a very fast time at Lingfield. That's a filly. Whether she's up to that. In this race here, I've done this in detail, and I've put my followers on Timeless Art here. Carl Burke, if you do the stats, he makes a huge level stakes profit if you just bet his horses second time out in the season, and that's over a long period of time. And this horse, Timeless Art, is only 4. People were saying to me yesterday, but the stable's not in form. Well, it's early season, and I just said his horses win second time up. So a lot of his horses have been having their seasonal debut, but they don't win on seasonal debut. They win second time up. That's where the profit is. And this horse has only had 7 goes on turf. He managed to win here back in October. Good ground, 18 runner handicap over a mile, course and distance of 78. Here he is off 85. He actually runs off 86 because he's a pound out of the handicap. I don't think that'll matter much. I think this horse is destined to be a 100, 105 at least rated handicapper, and hopefully today they'll go a strong gallop, and he's already proved that he'll come up the hill out of the dip. He had a nice prep run over 7 furlongs, which wasn't far enough for him. He is up in grade, but 10 to 1 I got, and I thought that was a fair bet. I expect him to be involved in the finish. The others in here that went on the shortlist are Via Via, who won on the all-weather at Newcastle, won his last start in 2016 over 7 furlongs. He's having his first go at a mile. The mile shouldn't be a problem. He's bred for the trip. He won a 14 runner race worth £5,000 over 7 furlongs. Here he is off 89. He's £9 higher than for that win. So he may well be able to capable of further improvement after only 5 runs, only 3 as a 2-year-old, 6 runs in total, 1 in the all-weather as well, of course. But he had, if you look here, he ran the 21st of June 2014 at Royal Ascot, and he didn't reappear until September 2 years later. So there was obviously something wrong with him, but he's improved. He's open to further improvement. Big shout. But he's about 4 to 1. You know, there's no as my friend Gavin would say, there's no sweets back in that. Where is he? There, 4-1. That one. There's no sweets back in him at 4-1. So the other one I was interested in was Sacred Act. Again, Gosden and Dettori. But again, 100 to 30. You know, he finished 9th last time out. He was behind Strong Steps. He had a better draw than Strong Steps, but still finished behind him. Strong Steps may confirm that form. He's 13 to 2. You could have had 10 to 1 last night. I know Tony Calvin and a few others have put that up. But it's an interesting race. But I've gone for Timeless Art. I think he's got plenty of scope. He's proven over course and distance. He's only got to carry 8 stone 7. He's had the run. The yard's horses improved dramatically from first time out to second time out. And I will be looking for a lot of those in the coming weeks. And I'm sure Carl Burke is superb at placing his horses with chances. And we'll have plenty of nice price winners. Okay, on to the Fielden Stakes. You know, Sylvester Kirk has booked Ryan Moore to try and make sure that he gets his Saint-Louis home. He has got stand out the best form. Racing Post ratings here got him at least £6 clear. I'm not a big fan of this Monteterre, so if that's the nearest on form, he should be a good thing, Saint-Louis. Not my kind of style to back a 7-4 shot in a non-handicap like that. Normally I'm looking to take him on. I did put out on the podcast I sent to my followers that this Khalidi of Gosden's was the one to take him on with. And it may well be the case. But he was 13 to 2 or 6 to 1 when I said that. He's now only 4 to 1. And I couldn't recommend that at 4 to 1. Then there's this Alex Scott Maiden Stakes. Poor old Alex. Firefright. This ran in some decent races and it's dropped into a maiden. There are some unexposed sorts, like this Marcus Tregoning one here with a hood on first time. That might do better than the market expects. And then you've got this Godolphin one, Top Mission. But the form is only average, 6 to 4. I put this one, Firefright, way ahead of that on form. Might have improved since. Then you've got an unraced Hamdan Al Maktoum horse. Who knows? So it's an interesting race to watch. I think Ryan Moore should win. But again, at 15 to 8, you're not getting any presents. And, it's a race to watch. And then there's his handicap sprint at the end, Class 3. Very hard to tell. Really difficult. And Ryan Moore has got on this horse, because it's owned by Ballydoyle, Coolmore, and it's been sent from David Watchman, who's retired as a trainer, to Robert Cowell. But it's 7 to 4 in the market in a handicap. It may well be, massively well in off 93. But 7 to 4, you've got to have about a stone in hand to be 7 to 4 in a handicap. He did run second of 9 in a Group 3 back here. But whether that form has got any relevance to running in a handicap at Newmarket is impossible to say. It's a totally different type of race and everything. So I wouldn't be taking that as evidence that he's going to win this race. And at 7 to 4, it has to be a pass. So just quickly have a look at Wednesday, because very probably not going to be having a bet, frankly. I will have another look tonight, all throughout the day, and look at the card. It's a very tricky day on Wednesday. You've got this 6 furlong handicap. Again, there's a lot of them Sorry about this. It's Class 2. But there's a lot of them making seasonal debut. And some have had runs on all weather. I just find it impossible to get an angle on that. One I'll say that definitely won't win is this one here. I think this is right. This is one of my angles. Let's have a look, see if I'm right. Yeah, this is Toofy. He's 6 years old. And if we look at his flat turf form, he's run 20 times on the flat. And he's never managed to win a handicap. He just won this one, whatever it was, stakes race of some kind. Sales race, something. Yeah, it's the auction trophy. It's a sales race. It's the only race he's won on turf. 6 years old, never won a handicap. Horses like him, Toofy, take them on relentlessly throughout the season. There was Ninjago yesterday, ran at Redcar. Another 7-year-old who's never won a handicap. He went off at 7-1. Opposed them relentlessly, couldn't even get in the frame. But horses like that, there are lots of others you'll find throughout the year, 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds that have never managed to win a handicap. That Lat Hawil is another one. So I'll give you that for free. You oppose those relentlessly. Here's the European Free Handicap. It's an impossible race. Totally impossible. Well, then the Earl of Sefton. This is interesting because it's got Bravery, the Lincoln winner. He was highly tried for the Ballydoyle Aidan O'Brien people. Won the Lincoln, and now they've stepped it straight up into Group Company. Whether he's capable of winning that, I do not know. I was interested in Folkeswood, but I won't be betting him at 5-2. Sparkplug going up into Group Company. You know, the form that entitles him to win is winning the Cambridgeshire, but that's a 30-runner handicap in a cavalry charge. This will be a small field tactical race. Will he transfer that form? Got no idea. And 9-2 is not value. He may win, but you cannot tell whether he'll transfer that form from handicap to Group Company. Very tough race. Another one to watch. This is interesting race. The Nell Gwyn. I would like to be taking on the 2 O'Brien horses. They normally start slowly, the O'Brien yard, in April, and they start to hit form in May. So the one I'm really interested in here is this Sea of Grace. It's been transferred from John Ox to William Haggis, and at 9-2, won its last 2 starts. Looks a very nice filly. The French trained one here, Pamplemousse, Grapefruit, trained by Andre Fabre, the master. 100-30 after one run in a weak race on sand. You know, he doesn't bring them over unless they're good. It's probably a very, very, very good horse. But I couldn't bet it 100-30. Then the rest of the card is, you know, lesser fair. So that's Wednesday. Probably going to be a no-bet race, no-bet day for me, unfortunately. But Thursday could well be a betting day. All right, leave you with that.